Hello Internet, and welcome to Merlin's Archery Adventure.
Okay, what we have here is the Bear Montana flatbow. Now, I've been waiting to get my hands on one of these for quite a while now. I make no apologies for the fact that I'm a bit of a Bear fanboy. I like Bear products. It's nice to see a company with a nice heritage, a nice bit of history to the company. So yeah, I'm a big fan, and I've really been looking forward to getting my hands on this and having a bit of a shoot. But yeah, Bear Montana, originally designed by Grant Neil Bice back in the late 90s, and it's got a very slight reflex to the limb. Not completely reflex deflex like something like the Orsible, but there's a very slight reflex in that limb, so it should give it a little bit more speed. Made of hard rock maple. The riser section is made of a hard rock maple with a white maple limb core, so that should be quite springy, quite quick. Back to either side with black glass. But yeah, it's a really nice looking bow actually. What else we got? Oh, the limb tips are handcrafted black and white fiberglass limb tips, reinforced so you can take a nice high performance string. The string that's on it at the moment is a D97 Flemish twist. As you know me, I do love a Flemish twist. But I will say something about Bear bows, and that is just lately, I don't know why, but the quality of the strings have been pretty bad. A lot of the strings I'm getting on the Bears I'm unboxing aren't great. Now this one happens to be spot on, so I don't know if they've sorted out that bit of quality control issue, but yeah, this is a really nicely laid in string, right length, and it's nicely put together, so I'm really looking forward to shooting that. Yeah, so the bow is 64 inches long, and it is available in poundages of from 30 to 60. But bear in mind, some of the poundages for a left-handed bow aren't available. I think you can only go from 40 to 60 or 45 to 60 with the left-handed model. Unfortunately, I'm not entirely sure why. But yeah, so you might get a bum deal if you are a lefty. But nevertheless, this is a 45-pound bow. So I think what we should do is go and have a little shoot with it and see how we get on. And yeah, let's go have a shoot. So we're out on the range with the Bear Montana, standing probably about 15 or so meters away from the target. So let's just send a few arrows down range, and we'll see how she handles. Shooting the Eastern Axis Trad Carbons again. These seem to be my sort of go-to arrow at the moment. But yeah, 600 spine, weighing in at just over 400 grains. So, but what I'll do, I'll put all the information on the screen when we're speed testing it. But the keen-eyed among you may notice that I haven't actually got around to putting a knocking flint on this yet, so you'll probably have to bear with me. But yeah, let's just send a few arrows down range and we'll see how she goes. Nice. Very nice actually. Went just where I was looking, so that's always a good sign. There is a tiny bit of hand shock, but I find you get hand shock with most flat bows. It tends to be the nature of the beast, especially when you've been used to shooting a recurve for a while. You get a bit more of a forceful punch with a flat bow, but it's not an unpleasant hand shock. It's certainly get a nice bit of feedback from it. But yeah, that has I quite enjoyed it. Let's send a few more down. Let's get more of an impression of how she shoots. But I certainly went exactly where I was looking. Let's try again. Yep, very good. Shot the top off the peg there, which is nice. So I guess is what the ultimate goal is. But yeah, I can't fault that. They're flying really nice. But I mean I didn't match these arrows up perfectly. They're just my arrows that are approximately the right sort of spine. So, but they seem to be flying quite nicely actually. But yeah, it's a lovely smooth draw. Very smooth. It feels quick actually. It feels quicker than I expected it to feel. I don't know. Limbs feel a bit more bamboo-y than mapley, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So I'm really interested to see how quick the bow is when we run it through the crony. But no, I'm quite fond of this. Yeah, it's very incredibly smooth. It's what do you say, 64-inch bow, and flat bows tend to usually be around the 68-inch bracket, so it's a little bit shorter than most flat bows, but yeah, it's kicking them out. I'm quite pleasantly surprised. Yeah, I like that. Let's do the last one. So what we'll do, I'll send this one down, then we'll have a bit more of a shoot with it, see how it goes. She'll go out to some bit bigger distances and really put it through its paces. If I remember to bring it with me, I've got a bow quiver in the car. I'll slap a bow quiver on it and see how she handles with the bow quiver on. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. But then again, like I say, I'm a bit of a Bear fanboy, so I do quite like the Bear traditional bows. So yeah. I like that. Right, I'll go and get those arrows and have a bit more of a shoot with it, and we'll have a little bit of a chat later on. See you in a sec. Okay, so that has been the Bear Montana. I really enjoyed shooting that, actually. I know I say that with most of the bows I shoot, but I like shooting bows, so I'm going to enjoy it. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with this bow, how quick it was. It was far quicker than I expected it to be. It was spitting arrows out at well over 170 feet per second, which for a flat bow I think is quite impressive. This one's 45 pounds, and again, I mentioned it's 64 inches long, so it's fairly short for a flat bow. They, like I mentioned before, they're normally around the 68 inch mark. But yeah, it's an incredibly comfortable bow to shoot. I really like that. You know, I've said in a lot of my videos, I really like the low grips, and that is classic sort of longbow grip. Really fits the hand nicely, and it's got this leather wrap around it. Now, I wasn't sure about this leather wrap when I first saw it. It hasn't been put on with any pizzazz, it's just been wrapped around, but it really is incredibly comfortable. It's a very soft leather, and it fits the hand quite nicely. But like I said, a little bit of hand shock, but being a flat bow, that is generally the nature of the beast, but it's not an uncomfortable hand shock. It does feel quite nice in the hand. And the wood here, this I believe they call it a hard rock maple future wood, the riser. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I love the grain in it. No, it is nice. And then you've got the white maple limb, but it does make for a very attractive bow, and I really enjoyed shooting it. And yeah, I was quite taken with that. But, I'm not really used to. I've shot mostly recurves lately. I've sort of migrated away from the flat bow and the hybrid, but it felt really good to shoot a flat bow again, and I really did enjoy that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, because I certainly did. But anyway, you take care, shoot straight, and I shall see you on the internet. Bye bye. I've been called a Bear fanboy, and I am. I really do like Bear bows. They get my lip, bit inside my lip. Okay, what we're going to have a look at today is just the arrow. Now, arrows come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, but chances are you're going to be looking at either a wooden, an aluminium, or a carbon arrow. This one happens to be a traditional carbon, Eastern Access traditional carbon. It looks like wood, but it's actually made out of carbon. But the one thing that all arrows have in common is a spine, and that